Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna get through this. That's the
opportunity while I was there of being the accountant for Floyd Mayweather for a number of years.
Oh, wow.
And just unbelievable experiences when I was working with him. I mean, stories that I can share, stories there. There'd be 4 or 5 very expensive sports cars out front of our building and 20 people coming in and sitting down and going through the various items that we needed to, but always very flashy, very, very out there. You know, but something that many people, it's public knowledge, not sharing anything that's not out there, but something many people don't realize is he suffered a lot through his life with depression. It's something that he's struggled.
Floyd recently became emotional after reports confirmed that investments worth $600 million are being taken by law enforcement after he boldly claimed on social media that he had just bought 62 buildings in Manhattan. It was an announcement meant to show his wealth and skill as a real estate investor. The situation quickly got out of control. Those buildings, it turns out, are not in his name. And once that claim was exposed, the FBI started looking into his wider investment history, eventually freezing other properties and accounts believed to be linked to him.
To making sure that the homeless situation is cleaned up. This is one of the ways that they're doing it, and it looks like there could be possibly lots of different ways to scam the system.
And Floyd Mayweather is a provocative and controversial figure, but I think this article may make people think about him differently.
Right now, those assets said to be worth over $600 million are locked. They cannot be sold, transferred, or touched until the investigation confirms whether Floyd legally owns them. What started all of this was Floyd's own choice to make the deal public. He posted several videos showing the properties and claiming he had made a big purchase in Manhattan. His tone was confident, even proud, and the videos were clearly meant to impress his audience. Reactions came quickly.
My lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong.
Fans filled the comments, media outlets published stories, and the size of the claim drew attention far beyond the boxing world. But once authorities started checking the ownership records, the truth became impossible to ignore. None of the buildings were registered under Mayweather's name.
Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
That discovery didn't just damage his credibility. It started a chain reaction. Federal investigators who were already aware of his financial claims over the years used this as a reason to look deeper. They went through his past records and began freezing other assets connected to him, and right. Now, nothing can be moved until a full audit is finished. What makes this more serious is that Floyd himself has said in past interviews that real estate became his main source of income after leaving professional boxing. So if those accounts are frozen, that cash flow disappears, at least for now. And with a lifestyle as expensive as his, that is a big deal.
How in 36 months, of course, with one of my new investments, I would be making $300 million a month. But
What investment is that?
Just in real estate.
Agri, got you.
And I'm heavy in real estate. I'm real heavy in real estate. Even though, you know, I got my own liquid. And if that means cash for those, I break it down in layman's terms. Even though
To make things more complicated, this financial situation came just as Floyd was preparing to make one of his biggest moves yet, a $700 million plan to buy a stake in the NFL's New York Giants. He was not doing this alone. Working with real estate investor Mir Orbach, they plan to lead a group effort to buy a 10% share in the team. The Giants, valued at over $7.5 billion, are one of the league's oldest and most famous teams. It would have been a huge deal. One that even led Floyd to move $200 million into escrow to show his commitment and seriousness about the investment.
misunderstood, and he just want to be treated fair.
Right.
And this is for any team that's watching right now. We'll make them a deal if they sign AB and AB go through the whole season. no problems at all. And then they got to give us 20 million. But if he mess up, then we got to give them 20 million. So if any team want to match that, reach out to us.
That plan, however, is now at risk. Not only is his financial situation being questioned, but his partner Mir Orbach has stayed mostly silent in recent days. When reporters asked for comments, he gave a vague response, saying only that he and his partners are always exploring different business opportunities, including team ownership, and refused to give more details. Normally, that kind of response might not raise concern, but given the timing, it is being seen as a sign that something behind the scenes may not be right.
Life returns. Like, over his lifetime, he's going to make $300 million off the deal. It just doesn't make sense, especially with the amount of power players in NYC who would have already bought those 62 units if it was so lucrative. The white guy would have easily bought those 62 units up. And this is where I think the bigger understanding comes in. Because if you don't know, the true owner is Black Spruce Management. Mayweather at most holds a minority ownership stake and likely through a financial vehicle with options.
Naturally, this has raised more questions. Why hasn't Orbach confirmed if Floyd is still part of the deal? Why is there so much hesitation to talk openly if everything is legitimate? For now, no one knows for sure. But the longer the silence continues, the more uncomfortable the situation looks.
If you know how much money you got, you really don't have no money. So if you know how many buildings you got, you don't really have no buildings. So I think I own right now somewhere upwards of 100 buildings or more. And in, 99% of my buildings are.
Adding more doubt, Eddie Hearn shared concerns about Floyd's financial stability months ago. In an interview, he said, "I don't think he has the kind of money he claims. I'm not saying he's broke, but with how much he spends and how often he does exhibitions, it makes you think." At the time, his comments got a lot of attention. Floyd laughed it off when someone showed him the clip and responded by saying, "Here always has something slick to say," but now Hearn's words seem much closer to reality.
These guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff. It just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money.
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years.
the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending.
Others in the industry have shared similar concerns. Boxing analyst Rick Glazer said that while it is hard to believe Mayweather is truly in financial trouble, the rumors are coming from reliable sources. He described the issue as deep, suggesting it is not just confusion or a PR problem. It is a real issue that could grow. And just when things seemed like they could not get worse, Floyd posted another video online. This time he promoted a cryptocurrency called ASET based in Thailand. In the video, he encouraged fans to invest, offering rewards like a live Zoom call with him and the project founder, $100 cash back if they invested at least $20, and even one of his WBC championship belts. Most surprising, he offered a private training session with him as a prize for one lucky winner.
I mean, it's the new wave. It's what everybody's doing. And I started, of course I started with boxing, but then of course now it's real estate. My real estate portfolio is crazy, but I'm truly blessed. I'm truly blessed. And if cryptocurrency is the new wave, you know what?
That kind of offer from someone who rarely gives things away quickly raised questions. Why would Mayweather support a coin that very few people know about? And why offer so many rewards, especially involving large amounts of money? To many, it looked like a desperate move to make quick cash. And considering the timing, those doubts seem reasonable. When you look at everything together, it is clear this is not just about one false claim on Instagram. It is a series of questionable choices, financial warning signs, and lack of transparency. Floyd is still smiling in public, still dressing like a king, still speaking as if money is endless. But behind the scenes, things look unstable.
Doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's playing for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just.
There is a real possibility that more of his assets could be taken, more deals could collapse, and more of his past claims could be questioned or proven wrong. Recently, even employees at Mayweather Boxing and Fitness in Los Angeles walked out after not being paid for weeks. They did not leave quietly. They protested outside the gym with signs and microphones. One sign said, "The money team has no money." Another read, "Hard work, dedication, and then what?" Others used stronger messages like labor trafficking and modern-day slavery. These were not just dramatic words. They were signs held by employees who felt they had reached their limit.
No, this for real. No.
Hey.
No pay!
Where's Money Mayweather? Hard work?
Dedication!
No pay!
Money Mayweather where?
I don't see you.
I don't see you. All of them. Everybody.
Rent won't wait.
I got bills to pay.
Rent won't.
According to the Daily Mail, several employees said they had not been paid for weeks. This included trainers, front desk workers, and management. There was no back pay and no response from the company. Some said they were afraid of punishment for speaking out, but decided to do it anyway because they felt ignored for too long. One staff member explained it like this: "Even if you work for another company and are not getting paid, you are scared to speak up because you know how businesses act. They silence you and fire you because everything is at will." For them, Mayweather's gym became just another example of that situation, except this time it had Floyd's name on it.
Getting paid late, it has completely affected my life. It has affected my mental health.
Another employee said, "We are here to let everyone know that we have not been treated properly." The group said they had tried many times to raise the issue internally, but they were ignored or dismissed. Some also said management told them not to bring these concerns to Floyd if he visited. He was here 2 weeks ago. One said, "We have been silenced. I was told we cannot tell him anything. I cannot tell him that our studio is closing. Who knows? If he knows or not, we don't."
The brand, just given the name, but the more and more that I've been here since the beginning of 2024, just seeing the treatment of the staff has just really broken my heart. And also too, for all of the staff, I've offered discounted adjustments to $20, and having staff members tell me they can't afford to pay $20 for an adjustment because they're not getting paid just really took me back to say, wow, what's going on here? Still coming in every Monday, still adjusting the staff to make sure that they felt okay, they felt regulated, that their systems didn't feel so stressed out.
Sources say that the Mayweather boxing and fitness location in Los Angeles could shut down completely. This is not just a short protest. Employees are already acting like it is the end. Equipment is sitting unused. Classes are canceled. Some members have been told not to renew their memberships until further notice. Samria Baldwin, a general manager at the gym, said she trusted the brand when she joined. She explained how things got worse quickly. "I started working here in September 2023, and on my first day, the team was not paid. From that day, I was worried, but I thought I could help fix things. Instead, I was given false promises from the start," she said. "We have lost everything. I have lost so much from not being paid and being paid late. It has completely affected my life. This situation has ruined my life."
I was promised a lot, and being who I am a protector, and I protect my team, and I've tried to protect their employment, and unfortunately now there's nothing for me to lose. We have lost everything. I've lost so much in this, not getting paid late. It has completely affected my life.
Another coach explained how the stress went beyond just missing pay. "Honestly, it has been very discouraging. We have not been paid properly. It affects your mental health. My wife had to go to the hospital because of stress and anxiety from this job. There are many things that hurt, and it is hard to go through this while working for such a big company. The truth is, we are not getting paid at all."
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm Frank. I was a coach here at Mayweather Boxing Fitness Hollywood, and honestly, it's been disheartening to go through everything we've been going through. We haven't been getting paid fairly. It messes with your mental health. We had to rely on a member that worked at Chick-fil-A that granted us some free Chick-fil-A cards, so we're all eating unhealthy meals to the point where we can't even go home and get some fresh fruit. We're not able to literally pay for our bills. The debt, it accumulated to the point where it messed with the mental health.
No, as of now, Floyd Mayweather has not said anything about the walkout, the pay issue, or the possible closure of the gym. But his silence is becoming more noticeable, especially since just weeks ago he was online claiming to own over $1 billion in real estate and showing expensive purchases. For workers struggling to pay bills, this difference is not just upsetting, it feels insulting. There are now serious questions about how Mayweather's business operations are run. Sources close to the gym say there is confusion about who is responsible for payroll. Some say it is a franchise problem, not directly Mayweather's fault. Others argue that if his name is on the building, then the responsibility is his. Criticism is also growing outside the gym. Is he?
Warren Buffett, that's in his 80s or 90s, that can still make a ton of money. The Waltons that own Walmart. Bill Gates can still make computers. But soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's...
Amir Khan shared his opinion in a recent interview and did not hold back. He said it is sad, but karma is real. He said Floyd has been too arrogant. He shows off money too much. You cannot throw money around like that when there is so much poverty in the world. And if he is spending money at strip clubs like that, Khan's opinion reflects what many in boxing have been saying for years. Floyd Mayweather built his image around luxury. His nickname was not just for show. He lived that life. His lifestyle has always been extreme, from private jets to expensive watches, from bags full of cash to throwing money in clubs.
The company is Avi & Co. Crazy company. Now, I need you guys to come closer and check this out. So let me come to you guys a breakdown. Well, in the industry, you see a lot of people with this kind of watch, this kind of watch, and this kind of watch.
So when signs appear accusing him of modern-day slavery outside his own gym, it has a bigger impact. Even if some believe Floyd is not directly managing the Los Angeles gym, the responsibility still connects to him. His brand is his name. If people are not being paid under that name, the story spreads quickly, especially after he said his wealth comes from smart investments and ownership. The issue is bigger than one gym. If there are problems in one place, could there be more? Franchise businesses often face legal action when operations fail. If more workers speak out or reports come from other locations, this could become a much larger problem.
Talk so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you, when I show up, I bring out the...
Meanwhile, gym members are stuck in uncertainty. Those who paid for yearly memberships are asking for refunds. Others do not know if their scheduled sessions will happen. There has been no official communication from management, no emails, no statements, just silence. This situation could get worse if legal action is taken. Some employees are already speaking with labor lawyers. They want to know if Mayweather can be held responsible or if the issue falls on the franchise company. Depending on who owns the specific LLC connected to the Los Angeles location, things could become complicated quickly.
Check this out. Carbon fiber. Come check it out.
It is also important to see how this situation connects with earlier reports about Floyd's investment claims. With the FBI now involved and assets under review, financial pressure is increasing. When a business starts to look weak, every issue becomes bigger, and unpaid workers protesting outside a gym is not just a small problem, it is serious. Another issue is how investors and partners will now see the Mayweather brand. The gym chain has multiple locations across the US, all connected to a name that promised success, strength, and trust. If the Los Angeles location fails and the story spreads, future deals could stop. Partners may leave. Expansion plans could end. It is hard to grow when your main location is struggling in public.
The money man is back. I'm here in New York City with the one and only Benny the Jeweler. Benny, tell the people what you sold me today.
All right. See what's going on. We got the Eye of the Tiger factory on a full pave bracelet.
and telling people about this, please.
We got the white tie.
What happens next will likely depend on whether Floyd responds. If he speaks to the workers, pays what is owed, and takes responsibility for his actions and claims, he could change the situation. If he stays silent, things could move into legal battles and headlines. So far, there has been no response, no statement, no video, no proof of payments, and no apology. Only the situation getting worse. And it all points to one outcome. Floyd's financial situation is under pressure and could become worse in the coming days. What do you think? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates.